My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Series 80 Kevin Owens. And so here we have Kevin Owens posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through what he comes with. Kevin Owens does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of fists. Then we get a pair of grip hands. Kevin Owens also comes with the pink slip briefcase that he did when beating Shane O'Mac. And then he also comes with a small ladder. Other than that, Kevin Owens doesn't come with anything else. So let's actually take a closer look at Kevin Owens. And so here we have a closer look at Kevin Owens. Now, as you can see, mine does have a little bit of an issue with the paint. You can see his eyes are kind of going off at an angle, which is unfortunate. I really don't like it when the face printing technology goofs up like that. We have seen worse. If you recall my Bobby Fish review, that was terrible. And I think it was a Chase variant that had the terrible paint apps. This one, it could be worse, but it could have been much better because this eye is obviously lower than this eye. If both the eyes were the same level, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but as you can see, this eye kind of didn't miss the mark, and he kind of has like a droopy eye right there, which is unfortunate. But overall, still liking the way this figure looks. I do have an issue with his beard. Now, this is the first time we saw the Kevin Owens bearded look on this Elite body, which I'm not going to complain. It's a really nice head sculpt. I just feel like maybe the paint is it is very light, especially right here. When you think of Kevin Owens with a beard, he had that really bushy beard, and it should actually be about as dark as his hair right here, which, as you can see, it's not. It's actually fairly light. Now, I do plan on going over that sometime in the future with some paint, but for right now, it's just gotta stay that way. I do like the fact that it is fading from his head going into his hair. That is right, but the beard should be the same color all throughout, and that is one mistake that Mattel did make with this figure. So the head sculpt is good. The beard just could have been a little bit better, as well as the paint. I do like this shirt that Owens is wearing. It says "Stun Owens Stun." Really do like it. It's done in this really nice, I don't want to say it's ruined font, but it's like tattered font where it says "Stun," and it has the missing parts of the paint, and then you still have the Owens in clean font, so that looks really nice. It kind of reminds me of the font I use for my thumbnails. And then on the back, it just says KO. What Kevin Owens' signature KO, as he's been known for since his arrival in WWE and his NXT days. Something I do like about this version of Kevin Owens is we got the new sleeve. You can see he did get a sleeve worked on, and his arm is now pretty much just this really nice image of tattoos. We have different animals right here, which I think that looks really nice. His bull is still very noticeable with a red eye right there. I think we have like a snake right here. Kind of looks like a snake, and then we have I saw like a tiger or a big cat somewhere on his arm. Might have been on the inside of his arm, but yeah, really do like this sleeve. It looks really nice. And then this Kevin Owens does have black wrist tape. I don't know where the yellow paint came from. To be quite honest, this figure doesn't even use yellow paint, so I don't know where that came from. And then on this side we do have, I think it's a T-Rex skull. It honestly looks like a dinosaur skull, but I'm not complaining. I love dinosaurs, but really do like his dinosaur tattoo right there. Looks really nice. But other than that, Kevin Owens' attire really hasn't changed much. He still wears the shirt, the baggy shirt I should say, and then he still wears the fight trunks, which it's a good look for Kevin Owens. I'm not going to say he should change it. Really do like the fact that it says "Fight Fight" right here. You can see he still has the sculpted knee pads, which it's not bad, but it limits articulation as it always does. And then we finally get the laced up boots on Kevin Owens one more time. We don't get those really short kick pads, which I never understood why they use them. Now the left foot or the left boot on mine looks really nice. The right boot, however, Oh, it missed the mark so terribly. You can see like the red paint is off by more than 3 centimeters. You can see that's where the lace starts, and then that's where the paint begins. Ooh, that could have been much better, to be quite honest. The foot is actually going off to the other side too, and that's what makes this foot seem a little bit odd, is because we have the laces going off to the right, and then the laces on his foot going off to the left. The left foot, it's pretty uniform. I really can't complain too much about that. The right, that's kind of sucks, to be quite honest. But overall, really do like the way Kevin Owens came out, despite he has some issues, especially with the paint apps. They could be a little bit better, but I'm not complaining because we finally got an updated Kevin Owens in our collection. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually have a closer look at how he compares to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Kevin Owens posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we have the Elite 80 Kevin Owens posed next to the Elite 66 Kevin Owens. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Kevin Owens' articulation. Now, Owens here does have some pretty limited articulation for an Elite figure. He can look up a little bit, which it could be better. Can't really look down because of how his beard is sculpted, so we do have limited head range. Tilting side to side is no problem. He can turn left and right, but again, kind of gets hindered by his beard, so that is a little bit unfortunate. And you can see on mine, the shirt kind of does have like mold lines right there. I don't think those lines are supposed to be there. Actually, yeah, they are supposed to be there. I thought that was a factory defect, but no, the lines are supposed to be there. I guess it's supposed to be wrinkles. They don't look like wrinkles. They look like never mind. His arms are on ball joints. They do go out to the side really nicely. I do like that. They go all the way around. We have a bicep swivel, which works fine. Single bend at the elbow, giving us 90 degrees. We do have our swivel hinge combo right here at the waist, or at the wrist. He does have a ball joint here at the torso, so he can pivot side to side a little bit, can crunch forward and back. It's not the best we've ever seen, but again, Kevin Owens figures tend to be very limited in articulation, which is a little bit unfortunate because he can lean back about that far. Can't really lean that far forward. We do have rotation right here at the waist. Legs do kick forward only to about there. I wish they kind of kicked up higher. They go out to the side about right there. They do swivel at the thigh. Double jointed at the knee, but you only get 90 degrees with Kevin Owens, and that's even using the bottom joint first. We only get 90 degrees, so could be better. Could honestly be better. Boot swivel works fine. We do have a hinge in the foot, which goes back and forward. And then finally, we have rocker ankle. So overall, Kevin Owens here has some pretty limited articulation, but it works for a guy of his size. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Kevin Owens posed for my final thoughts, and overall I really do think this figure is done very well in some aspects. I really do like the fact that they updated his tattoos. They look really nice, especially the sleeve on his right arm, and then I absolutely love the fossil skeleton on his left arm. He of course still has the same tattoos that we've seen in the past, with the forearm on the left arm and then the bull tattoo on the right shoulder. He still looks really nice, and even though Kevin Owens figures tend to be limited in articulation, I still think they're really good figures, especially because Kevin Owens isn't the most flexible guy, and I think this figure does enough just to make you capture the look and feel of Kevin Owens. Now, if you want an updated Kevin Owens, this is the first time we see this updated look for Kevin Owens with the tattoo sleeve, and I think it's a much needed improvement over the Elite 66 Kevin Owens that we got in the past, which didn't quite have the sleeve yet. In fact, he still has the same old tattoos that he had before. This one, I think, looks so much better than that original figure. So if you haven't already picked up this figure, definitely try tracking him down. This Kevin Owens isn't really that hard to find online, so if you want to pick up Kevin Owens, it's going to cost you about $20, which is average what you pay on retail, so getting this Kevin Owens is not a problem. So with that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.